to the finals in 1992 and 2009. And when I asked her to be pleased to be a judge for the finals, she said, no way. I want to be a judge for the semi-finals. That's where the action is. And so I'm very grateful for Lakshmi to be with us at this. Right is Sujeewa Sebastian Pereira. She is a senior lecturer in the Department of English and the Faculty of Humanitarian and Social Sciences at Sujeewa University. She has done research in applied linguistics, but published research articles both on that subject and on literature. She lectures to the undergraduates on Shakespearean drama and poetry. And on my immediate right is Hasitha Pathirana. She's a lecturer in English language teaching unit of the University of California. He teaches English and Western music to the undergraduates, concentrating on matters relating to gender aspects, peace studies, and English theatre in Sri Lanka. In 2011, he won an award from the UK Society of Teachers of Speech and Drama to attend a conference at Stratford-upon-Avon, the birthplace of Shakespeare, regarding a seminar on Shakespeare. And he has gained experience in theatre, acting at Mount View Arts Centre, London, and honed his acting skills was studying for diploma exams in speech and drama for the London Academy of Dramatic Arts. So we have a very competent, nice balance of old and new, and it's been great pleasure working with him, and I'm sure you are going to get a very fair evaluation of your performance today. Thank you very much for all those who acted this time would have missed a familiar figure behind the stage. The stage manager, from the very date that we commenced the Shakespearean drama competition 40 years ago, was Mr. Pereira. He was the stage manager for every single show from that time onwards until last year. Unfortunately and sadly, he passed away last year. We are very sorry, very saddened by that. His family asked us that since he was so deeply associated with Shakespeare drama and the backstage, whether we could offer an award, a special award for stagecraft. And although we, as you know, we do not play a lot of emphasis on stagecraft, we have asked the judges to look at the stage settings of the schools concerned and how they imaginatively used what was available for them and what they utilized, and tell us who in their view really excelled. And this year, that award has gone to St. Thomas's College, every year we have lots of new schools participating from all parts of the country, and we want to encourage these new schools. And we are giving a special award for the best of the novices, and that award has been won by the Gateway College Colombo boys. Before I hand over for the comments to the judges, which will be made by Hasitha, just a little house details. The As you know, the finals will be held on the 18th and the 20th of this month at Bishop's College. On the 18th, the finals will be for the boys, and on the 20th, it will be for the girls. The rehearsal dates will be 16th and 17th, 16th for the boys, 17th for the girls, and it will commence at from 8:30 onwards. For the details, please contact Mr. Adams of the YMCA. The box office for the finals will be at Bishop's College. The tickets will be on sale from 12 onwards on Friday. So that is those are the actual practical details regarding the finals. Now I have pleasure in handing over the mic to Hasitha to make his comments.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening, actors, actresses, and stage hands and directors. What I'm going to say, I'm actually going to point out a few details about the things that we noticed in terms of the problems you had and how you could improve. So I'm not going to point out any special school. It will be a very general overview about the whole program. Well, first of all, I must admit, acting is hard, but it's easy for me to talk about it. So, before anything else, I must congratulate all of you for having done this, having come on stage and having learned your lines and acted in front of the stage. On this stage in front of an audience. Right, so first of all, for the people who came for the first time, the novices who have taken part for the first time, I'd like to ask you to think about the fact that drama is telling a story. So tell the story, don't get sort of slow down in what you're doing. Get on with it, rather than just meandering or just staying on in one place. Then be mindful about group scenes, particularly when you have made 2 or 3 actors speaking. The rest of the people have to react to it, react to what the others are speaking, or they have to be doing something. So just be mindful, because what we notice in most of the places that people who are just there on stage didn't actually contribute to the action on stage. So think about the concept that you're trying to uphold or to foreground, and accordingly do things and act or react according to that concept. Also, please avoid false laughter. It doesn't do any good, and this choreographed type of laughter also doesn't do any good. Laughter has to be coming from within. It has to be something that you have to feel, and the mirth has to come from the bottom of the heart, not just enforced type of laughter. Communicate with the actors. Yesterday also I spoke about that. I'm not going to talk about it extensively. But compared to yesterday, today is, how do I say it? It was very difficult to make a decision because most of the schools or most of the participants were of very high level, and some of you had almost similar marks. And it was with greatest difficulty that we selected the 4 schools. So if you are not selected this time, please don't get disheartened. I'm sure there is a next time, next year. Also, when you have an interpretation, okay, you have the theorist versions and interpretations not in the not so much of theorist ways. So if you have an interpretation, please make sure that you don't go over the top. Make it logical, and yeah, think about, now for example, if it is Portia who is trying to sort of egg on Shylock to have the pound of flesh, does she actually do it for effect? Or is it something else? What does she actually feel? What is her relationship with Bassanio? What is her relationship with Antonio? What is the relationship between Bassanio and Antonio? Why are they doing the things that they are doing? So just a look would suffice. It's just a look, we know, so this is the reason that she is doing this. Rather than just, maliciously wanting, or just for the show saying, okay, now let's cut the pound of flesh. Also, talking about direction, avoid having blackouts. They also said try to minimize blackouts, and there was one school which did it brilliantly, meaning they didn't have blackouts at all, because Shakespeare didn't have blackouts. So you should be able to continue although you don't have, scene changes rather. Also, what we all three of us agreed on was the fact that most of you had this strong interpretation of Othello, Antonio, and Shylock. Not that we didn't see any others, we saw, but the majority had. So, try out different things, see what else you can discover about these characters. But we must mention that Iago, of course, was varied, and there were many types of Iagos. So that's pretty fresh air. Then coming to voice, so you had stage whisper. Yeah, yesterday I found some people just talking, just shouting out loudly. But here, today I found people having stage whisper, which was really good. But if you are having stage whisper, don't let the energy level drop. The energy should be there from the beginning to the end. It's one wave of energy. So the moment you have stage whisper, don't drop the energy. Energy should be there, but the whisper is a whisper nevertheless. Right, and we will innovative about physicality. I mean, using the body of people. Don't rely too much on the stage set. For example, if it's a ship, what can you do with the body of people who are on the ship, or the people who are the crew in the ship? How do you, without having to have a ship on stage, through your physicality, bring out the ship or the people who are in the ship who are in distress? So think about those things. So these are things that you might be able to work on if you were to, be imaginative, and also if you were to come to productions often, here to the Lionel or wherever, you will see these things done in different ways. So the more you see productions, the more you will get ideas. I mean, for me, the reason that I want to come here is it helps my, not that I produce plays, but it helps me in my teaching. When I'm directing what a student to do, or a group of students to act in a particular excerpt of a play, I get ideas by coming to see the plays. So I would like to request all of you to continue to watch plays, whether they are similar Tamil or Indian, and to support theatre arts, the diet theatre arts in Sri Lanka. So that's all that I have to say. Let me conclude by congratulating to all of you and thanking the organizers for doing a great job. So have a very good evening.
Just before I make the all-important announcement, I've been asked by the authorities to ask you cards are announced, please don't show your joy and enthusiasm by attacking the furniture. Pay the compensation. So please be a little restrained in your outbursts of joy. I will announce, may I congratulate every one of you who has participated with great effort.
I'm still getting goosebumps after so
Now,
many years.
I will make the announcement in alphabetical order. Anand College.